Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, and continuing with the Halloween movie review. Now I am reviewing, of course, The Haunted Mansion. Yes, and as you read the title, of what I'm reviewing. So yeah, The Haunted Mansion. I love it. I think it's really good. I just don't understand why, because, I mean, it's like, okay, I've learned this because from another, YouTuber I know of, I follow, um, where, like, she says, like, look at look at Pirates of the Caribbean, for example. That has nothing to do with the attraction, I mean, because Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of Black Pearl, which came out the same year with the Haunted Mansion, Curse of Black Pearl has nothing to do with the attraction. Neither does the Haunted Mansion. Both films, they share a few, they do share a few references and such in the ride, so, of course. But yeah, they're movies, so, they're movies, so, just can't expect them to be just like, you can't expect them to be just like how they are with, the attractions, But, so yeah, if you get what I'm saying, so, But, yeah, The Haunted Mansion, I think it's really good. I love it. And I think the story's great. The characters are great, because, of course, in the opening, because the opening is great, and you even hear the ghost host, and, like, you see the words, "Welcome, foolish mortals," Corey Burton, obviously doing that. And yeah, because Master Gracie, played by Nathaniel Parker, because, and then there's also, because Master Gracie's love interest, Elizabeth, and yet, because throughout the opening credits, and, and with this, because Master Gracie finds her dead and such, and yet, right before the credits end, and right after it shows, based on Walt Disney's Haunted Mansion, it shows, him hung and such. And that was actually Nathaniel Parker's idea because, he said to the director, what's his last name? Who directed Lion King? I don't know, but Rob, I'm just calling him Rob. He said to him that, Nathaniel said to Rob that, that why don't we include that because, he's lost his girl and just, and that's my closest impression of him, just doing impression of what he said and what Nathaniel said, because and this is where I say, because some of the actors, like from Nathaniel Parker, Marsha Thomasor, if I'm saying her last name right, am saying it completely wrong, I'm sorry, but her and Dina Sibi, if I'm saying her last name too, oh my god. But they were interviewed because on this person on YouTube, Tammy Tucky of the Tiara Talk Show, they talked about this, and they talked about, because being interviewed about the Haunted Mansion and such, and Nathaniel brought that up because he was the one that suggested putting that in of Master Gracie being hung. So yeah, nice little detail there. And of course, we get the introduction of like Jim Evers and his wife, Sarah Evers, played by Marsha, also. And like they have their own thing of like company or something like Evers Illustrate or something like that. Like they sell houses to people, that kind of stuff. Find them the perfect house or that kind of stuff. So and on that day, because it's, their anniversary, Jim and Sarah, and even that part with the tiki bar or something like that, and we see, we get a cameo of Steve Hittner, if I'm saying his last name right, who plays Mr. Silverman, and Heather, however you pronounce her last name, plays Mrs. Silverman, as they, because goes to them and like, because of selling their house and such, And so, because Jim Evers, he's in a big hurry, because, he's kind of in a big rush, because get to his wife, because of their anniversary. But of course, this two couple, they spot because they tell him like, hey, did you just sell the house, blah, 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 and like, yes, I did, well, we're looking to buy it. And like, a close up the camera is like, oh, Sarah, please forgive me. And, And of course, he ends up being late and such. And of course, he has a teddy bear. Hi Sarah, my name's Teddy, and just and that's when, of course, at one point, because everything's settled down, because both them and their kids, they plan to go on a family road trip and such. And of course, we of course get the introduction of the kids, Michael and Megan. And this one part in a little bit of the film where Michael is scared and such, and he's scared of spiders and such, and that part where he's encouraging Michael to whack the spider, but Megan does it for him. It's just, oh man. I mean, I would do it. Just I mean, how hard is it to just whack it? You're holding a newspaper or whatever, you're not touching the spider. So but he's a kid, so and of course, cut back to Sarah. She gets a call from Ramsley, who we see, about this house and such, and they go down because with the family road trip, they stop there for a little bit and then proceed on. And of course, with the mansion, we get the introduction of Ramsley, and of course, we see Master Gracie, and unfortunately, because it's storming and such, they have to stay in for the night. And there's a little argument between Jim and Sarah, and that's when Ramsley tells Jim that after because the Master Gracie would like to speak to him, and so that's when at one point Jim walking around through Master Gracie's room or whatever it is his office. I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but then of course Jim Evers, he knocks over the head of a mini bust, and it turns out it's part of the secret room. And of course Jim, he walks into the secret room, but then the bookshelf closes in on him. So now he roams around, and with Michael and Megan, they come face to face, and they come face to face with a ghost ball, floating orb, ghost ball, and the ghost ball wants them to follow it, and even Sarah actually, because we even get, because even Sarah, she spots the maid, Emma, played by Dina, what's her last name, I'm looking for my husband. She walks away a bit fast, and of course she disappears at one point when Sarah comes around a corner, and Ramsley, I guess, I forget what he says to her, but I guess has to do something with about Jim, and of course Sarah meets with Master Gracie again, and they talk and such, and why he wants to sell the mansion and such, and these walls are filled with memories, Master Gracie had been through a lot, basically. That's when Gracie gives Sarah the tour of the mansion, and Jim roaming around and such in the mansion, and even we see the busts that turn, those, and even the crow that pops up, and even the door that kind of breathes. And he even when Jim comes face to face with a mirror reflection of him in the mirror, and it even changes when he turns his back, kind of, because the crow kind of scares him, just and then he gets back up and his face is okay. And that's when, of course, Michael and Megan, they see a portrait that almost looks like looks like their mom, and that's Elizabeth. And we, of course, see Ezra and Emma, and Ezra played by Wallace Shawn. And Wallace Shawn, he's great at anything, and in this too. So yeah, and there's even only one deleted scene in this film, and that's where the kids find out that they're ghosts and such, and there's a little talk about Elizabeth and so on, and that's when Ramsley comes in, and the children are not in their room, and so on, and so of course and then Jim Evers comes face to face with Madame Leota, played by Jennifer Tilly. I thought she was okay as Madame Leota, not bad, and also even when Jim being chased by a marching band, and when he meets up with his kids and Ezra and Emma, and hey, I'm not going back in there. I was strapped in a floating chair and being chased by a marching band. I'm not going back, And Eddie Murphy, I think he was good in this. No, I didn't say that yet, but yeah, he was good, and just how fast he was talking and just everything. So, But yeah, of course, they go back to Madame Leota and they have to find a key and such or whatever, the key basically to to unlock something. And of course, that sequence, they go to the cemetery and such, and they go into the mausoleum, and that one scene with the singing busts, that was pretty funny. And it is actually the Disney Barbershop Quartet, at Disneyland or Disney World, whatever, who do the voices and the singing of, and do the singing busts, that is, doing their voices. You get the idea. That's really cool. Why not? You have somebody from the Disney parks have a part in in a Disney film. So it's pretty cool. And so that sequence with the mausoleum and like the skeletons, they come to life and like chasing them and such. And Michael comes face to face with his fear, and like he opens the door, and they got the key and they have to unlock a chest, and they find a letter and such that was written by Elizabeth, and Ramsley comes in and interrupts the whole thing. He puts Michael Megan into a chest, and oh yeah, that one part, because like, I don't know, what did he do to Ezra and Emma? Just like, I will deal with you two later, and they just disappear. Did he make them do that? Pretty much, I guess, because just they learn not to mess with him, so they're scared of him basically. And like Ramsley, he grabs Jim Evers, and for the last time, good night, Mr. Evers, and he throws him, breaks through the window and like lands on his car. And that one part where because throughout most of it, like Gracie giving Sarah the tour, and then they come into the ballroom and Gracie comes forward, and like he thinks that Sarah is Elizabeth, and that's when the wedding takes place, and Jim, like Madame Leota comes to Jim, and like Leota encourages him, try again, and that part where Jim and Leota, they're in the car, and like Jim's like, hang on, and Leota, with what? And it's funny, they crash into the place, and Jim just like, I'll be back, or something like that, and Leota, okay, I'll just wait here. Yeah, so that's funny. And yeah, Jim saves Michael Megan from being inside the chest, and even like fights off against the knights, as we see, the armory room, like that leads into the ballroom and such. So, yeah, so, and that's when, Jim stops the wedding and so on, and that's when, Gracie finds out about that Ramsley was the one like that killed the love of his life, and with the letter that she wrote, and that dialogue, just your union or whatever says, I tried to warn you, but you wouldn't listen. And Gracie's like, so you killed her. And Ramsley, I told you running away with that girl was a mistake, but I loved her. Was love my mistake? Yes, I tried to protect you all these years, and just you loved her. And just that line he gives, well, damn you all to hell, just kind of powerful right there. And when the eyes, his eyes start glowing, and it thunders, and like these scary ghosts, like whatever they are, like screaming, and they just come in and such. But that's when like a snake, like, so, well, obviously, I guess the pits of hell or whatever, like, and the snake, the fiery breathing snake or whatever, comes in, and he takes Ramsley. And I didn't quite, wait a minute, because of after what Ramsley said, I don't know, but anyways, and so even that one part where Ramsley grabs Jim by the leg, and Gracie grabs Jim by the hand, and thus Ramsley falls to I guess the pits of hell or whatever, I don't know. And that's when Sarah, like, she kind of falls to the floor or something, and she it was the poison, but what, a bit of sip of it? She only got a little sip of the poison, I guess. I assume, yeah, because she was about this close to drinking it, the whole thing, but she might have just gotten a little bit of it. I don't know. That's when the ghost ball comes in, gets into Sarah, and it turns out the ghost ball is Elizabeth. So that's when everything's okay. Sarah's okay, and just Gracie gives them the deed to the house, and Gracie reunited with Elizabeth, and and he said the last words that he says, and thank you all so much, and then Ezra and Emma, they come in, and just Emma carrying a lot of stuff, and Ezra, what's all this? And she's like, oh, I don't know what we'll need to just, what are you talking about? We're going to heaven. You can't take it with you. And I just love that Emma says, the hell I can. That's funny. That's funny. So, yeah. And then, of course, all the ghosts are like the ghost balls are, go up to heaven and such. And the dialogue that Leota gives, angels, reunite, or just whatever, and with, a bit of dialogue, bit of lines from Michael, Megan, and Jim and Sarah. And of course, the singing bus, and Jim even says to them, "Hey guys, keep it down," and the singing bus, "We'll keep it down, we'll keep it down." Yeah. What a way to end it with them singing, just finishing off the film with them singing, "Oh, we're driving down the highway now, and we're trying to," and it's kind of funny with what they sing, And yeah, so the movie ends, and there's even there is an end credit scene, but it's just like Leota popping up and just like, "Hurry back," giving that dialogue, that little Leota says at the end right before you exit out of the Haunted Mansion, so But yeah, the Haunted Mansion, I love it. It's really good. I'm one of those, and I am one of those people that do love it. I'm just saying. And for the Haunted Mansion, well, okay, I'll just, it's good for me. I'll give it, yeah, here we go. 7 out of 10 stars. 7 out of 10 stars for the Haunted Mansion. Or no. I changed my mind. 8 out of 10 stars for the Haunted Mansion. 8 out of 10 stars. That's at least good right there. Now, forget 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 stars. I changed my mind already, so I immediately changed it. So, So, yeah, 8 out of 10 stars for The Haunted Mansion. I love it. It's fantastic. And you guys let me know what you think of The Haunted Mansion, because I love it. And I'm one of those people that do love it, etc. So, So anyway, so again, 8 out of 10 stars for The Haunted Mansion. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of The Haunted Mansion. More new review videos coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward. And I'll see you guys in the next video/review video, and continuing on with the Halloween movie review. Take care, and peace out.